Hey everyone, it's JoJo. And I'm here to do just a very talkative. I want to really talk in this video. I just want to talk and just talk to you guys and just chill. Because I don't know. I feel like I don't really have these talking videos. And I used to talk a lot in my makeup tutorials, but I have stopped doing that. I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in a couple of months. So I just wanted to sit and just talk and just, catch up with you guys because I feel like I haven't really sat and talked. It's just been a lot of hauls, Bath and Body Works stuff, Valentine's Day videos, others. Like I just wanted to really just like sit and talk. So I don't know where to begin because I feel like it's been a minute since because I know last year um back in June I want to say I made this video where I was talking about how um I felt like alone and depressed and how I really wanted to just be happy with I just wanted to be happy. Um and I feel like I haven't been happy um ever because I've always been like single and I know it's it's like why do you have to be with someone to be happy? And this is the thing. I don't really have family, right? I don't have many friends. I cut a lot of people out of my life last year, actually. And there's been a lot of like I haven't really talked to you guys about the people I cut out of my life because I don't really like to keep talking about friends that have done me dirty on this channel. It's like a broken record. It's like get it together, right? It's like at this point, I can't just keep talking about friends with like obviously I pick wrong people in my life. I get it. Like I picked the wrong people to be my friend in my life. I never learned my lesson and it is what it is. But there's a lot of people I had to cut out of my life. And of course I'll always miss them and of course I'll always be like, oh, I wish I had them to talk to. But on the flip side, I'm happy because like I like to be alone. I went to the mall today, I went by myself. I like going things places by myself. I don't like to be in bad company or I don't want to say like I'm this hard-headed person that doesn't forgive because I do, but there also like comes a point where like I can't forgive anymore and it's like I'm not gonna stay friends with someone who I know has fucked me over and has done me dirty. And I know people deserve chances in life, and I've given so many chances to so many different people, and I keep getting burned. Like the last friend I had, and like I talked about in my Q&A, like that girl, I gave Lily 200 chances. So I'm not like this grudge holder where I don't forgive because that girl Lily forgave a million times. But it comes a point where you can't do it anymore. Like what? Why are we going around this merry-go-round? Like, I get it. I'm not perfect, but I feel like I'm a good friend, and I don't want to get hurt. Like this is the thing. I'm not like someone who's not going to stick up for themselves. Like if a friend does me dirty, I'm going to tell them, "Listen, you've hurt me. This is what you've done to me." I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you in a respectful way. Sometimes when I get really angry and it's really bad, sometimes yeah, it just comes out I'm really angry and I do get mean. But most of the time I sit down and really chill. Like there was one friend last year, it happened about like last March. I never spoke about this. And he did me dirty and I gave him another chance, of course. And then he did something else to me. And then I was like, let me talk to him and try to tell him like how I feel. And I had a whole conversation with him over the phone. And we had a whole conversation. He apologized to me. I really thought we moved on. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to forgive you. Because I'm really big on apologies. If you apologize to me, I can forgive you as long as it's not that bad. And then we hung out like a week later. And it's as if that phone conversation we had a week prior never happened. He went back and reverted to the old ways. He literally was just so mean, horrible to me during that dinner. And I'm like, why did we even have this phone conversation a week before if you were just going to do the same shit a week later? So it's kind of like, I'm not going to just like sit there and have you read me. So I stuck up for myself. Like, yeah, like this is how it is. Like I don't like the way you're talking to me. I don't like the way you're treating me. And yeah, I mean, literally, like I cut him out of my life, and that's just what it is. Um, and listen, I, of course, like I've had so many friends in my lifetime that's done me dirty, and I'm also like, well, if I had a boyfriend, like, would this still be going on? Like, would I have picked a wrong man in my life, the way I picked the wrong friends in my life? You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's better off I'm single that way. But then it's also like, yeah, there are days when I don't care. Like, there are days when I just accepted it. I'm gonna be single forever. I get it. It is what it is. You have to accept it, right? But there are other days when you feel lonely. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what I mean? Like, it's so commercialized that like Instagram, everyone's gonna post their pictures. You see it all over hearts, love. You know, you see it all over the streets. People handing roses and gifts and teddy bears and candy. And I love the holiday Valentine's Day. I unfortunately have never really celebrated it though. So it's weird how I love a holiday which I've never celebrated it. It is weird, but I can still love the holiday without ever celebrating it. You know, like St. Patrick's Day, like I'm not Irish, but I like the holiday. I can celebrate it. Valentine's Day, I can celebrate in my own way. Like like my self love vlog I did. That was fun to make. You know, I enjoyed that night, you know? And that's not even for anyone who's single. Even if you're with someone, even if you're married, have a night to yourself, you know? Like, watch a movie, cuddle up, bake, like, you know, treat yourself, whatever it is. Like, you know, just, you can have a night to yourself, even if you aren't single. But, yeah, some days it gets to me, some days it doesn't. I have accepted it. But also, it's always going to be in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I wish I had someone. Like, it's a shame that I don't. But at the end of the day, it's like I deleted all of my dating apps. I deleted all. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. I know a lot of my subscribers are not going to understand because it's a very rare situation that I'm in. But I'm telling you, if you identify as trans, if you identify as non-binary, if you don't identify as the gender you're in, it's a fucking hard knock field day to try to find someone that's gonna want you. It's slim to none. It's slim to fucking none. I'm telling you, it's very hard, and that's why you don't see a lot of trans people or non-binary people or someone like Jeffree Star, James Charles dating and in love and getting married. It doesn't happen, unfortunately. It just doesn't. It's very rare. And if it does happen, then I'm happy, God bless. But it doesn't happen. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So you just have to like roll with the punches and deal with it. You know, that's why I feel like a lot of trans people and a lot of like like non-binary people, they just like go and do sex work because they get paid and at least you're having intimacy. Because you don't get intimacy unless you're literally just like all these guys on the dating apps. It's not dating apps to us. It's literally just fuck me apps. It's like people just want to just have sex with you and that's it. They just want to use you for a one night stand and then go about their day and go back to their girlfriends or wives or just go back to dating, you know, natural born women or whatever. But it just it doesn't happen. So it's a waste of time. So and a lot of people, I literally say I'm trans in all caps. Even if I'm not even, I really don't even fully, and I've talked about this in my other video, I don't even fully, I just say trans because non-binary, people are not going to know what that is. But even with trans, the men don't give a fuck. They still don't want you. So even if I had the bottom surgery and everything, it's never going to happen. So I deleted all the apps. The men there were just a mess. They just, we would be talking and then I guess they go back to my profile and they don't read it. So then they finally read it and then they read it and then they block me. I know once they block me, I don't see their profile anymore. They read my profile and they saw that I was trans. Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad and it's unfortunate that this is the way it is. And I don't think it's ever going to change. Like, I think it's always going to be this way for us. Like, I don't care how many years pass by. It could be 30, 25. It could be 100 years from now. This is what it's going to be. men, for some odd reason, they just really think if they're with someone trans that they're gay. And it is what it is. A part of me understands because there are qualities in men that when I'm attracted to them, right? I'm like talking to them, but then I find out they're short, or I find out that this is gonna sound graphic, okay? This is actually not a big deal to me. It's really not. No pun intended. This is actually not a big deal to me. So, but I'm gonna sound graphic, so any little kids, shut off now. But I'm not into uncut men. I don't like uncut. I don't like it. It's not for me. I've had very bad experiences with uncut men, and I just don't like how it looks just in general. I don't like uncut. I don't like the foreskin. I don't like it. Um, but I don't mind if you're not like this huge, endowed man. I know I'm sounding graphic. I'm sorry, but I warned you. I warned you guys. So yeah, I don't care about that as much as long as you're not like pint-sized. You know, if you have a nice average piece, I'm fine as long as it's cut. But if they tell me they're uncut, I get turned off. Especially if they're only looking for fun. At that point, it's like, well, I'm not even gonna benefit from it because I don't even like uncut men. So there are qualities that, if you're really fucking picky, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not, even though he's cute, I'm attracted to him. He's 5'5", 5'6". I'm 5'11". It's not, I don't like that, So in that aspect, I get, you like what you like. There are some qualities, even if you're physically attracted to them, you find out other things, you get turned off. It is what it is. Unfortunately, us as human beings, we're all very about looks, you know. And on Instagram, I see it a lot, like, because I follow a lot of those like Instagram models, because I don't know, I like to look at them. They're cute. So I follow a lot of them, and they're never with a girl who's not even overweight. Even if you're like, because even with me, right, I'm slim, but I'm not like fit or thick or have abs or anything like that. They're not even with someone like my size, like my weight. They need to be with someone who's literally a stick and who's fit and who has like abs and who has like this bubble butt and who's just very thin and has like a body shaped as like a goddess. And it's kind of like, at that point, it's like, do they really love these people, or is it just like all about looks? It's all about, well, she looks good on my arms. It's like, so she looks good in pictures with me, so let's date. Is it more so that, or do they really care? I don't know. I'm not gonna say they don't care, but it just happens it's everyone. So it's kind of like at that point, it's like if every one of these men dates these stick-figured girls who are just, and that's why a lot of girls go on Ozempic and they want to lose all this weight because, and by the way, Ozempic I want to talk about too in a second, because Ozempic actually you lose way too much weight and it's unhealthy. I don't like it. Yeah, Ozempic I think is a dangerous drug, but that's just, that's here and there. But, it's kind of like, what would happen if they dated someone who was pretty, like Marilyn Monroe, right? But she was a little thick. What would be the harm? Why do they have to look so fucking skinny? Like, why does it have to be like that? Why are these type of men are so attracted to those type of girls? Which makes me think it's all about looks. It's all a looks game. It's really not like, she could literally be the most evil piece of shit bitch there is, but she looks good on his arm. But I'm not saying that, like, these girls probably, a lot of them probably are sweet. Like, I'm not trying to say, but I'm just saying, like, it's every one. Like, I want to see one guy that's like an Instagram model be with someone who doesn't look like a goddamn, like, Victoria's Secret, like, angel. But it's never gonna happen. Not the men I'm follow on the apps, but anyways, it is what it is. I don't want to go on about this. I'm just saying, like, it's rough to date when it's all a looks game, and men are just very picky in general, and men are just very like cares too much what people think. Women care what people think of them, physically a lot, but they don't care as much like about like, I feel like looks as much. I mean, they do, but I feel like it's not like, I feel like girls are more open-minded where like they could probably be with a trans man and not care as much. But with men, they're just so fucking alpha or macho, whatever you want to call it, and they just can't get out of that stereotype, and they can't get out of that like facade of like they need to have the perfect woman. They need to have a woman that looks like this, acts like this way, or be born. They need to be with like a natural born woman. Like that's what they want, that's what they care about. Even if they're physically attracted or really, I feel like a lot of these men might want someone like me, but they just don't want to deal with the backlash of society. And that's really where the turnoff comes in. And then I think some of them are just generally not attracted to it, which is fine, fair enough. It's fine. Like I'm not like it is what it is. But so yeah, I delete all the dating apps. Um, but yeah, let me just talk about Ozempic for a second. So, Ozempic is a dangerous drug. I feel like people lose weight, and I think it's good. If you want to lose weight, lose weight. You can't do it naturally or you have trouble losing weight, this is a good way. But people use the drug and abuse it, and they lose too much weight. Like, there's a couple of housewives on the Bravo shows that lost too much weight. Like, that's one, Heather from Salt Lake City, like, her reunion, she literally looks like skin and bones. She looks like she's about to drop dead. Like she does not look healthy at all. Some weight is good. You don't want to look to the point where you look that damn skinny, where you literally look like a stick figure. It looks to me, it does not look attractive. I know the Instagram male models love a very skinny girl, but to me, I don't even think that looks good. I really don't. I remember reading this magazine. I was a kid too, and I never will forget that. It's like there was this catchy. You'll never forget certain like front page like catchy titles. There was this one that said, "Bigger is better, skinny is scary," and I'll never forget that because I thought that was such a catchy like catchphrase and catchy like to capture someone's eye. But they were right. Like, of course you want to look huge or be overweight or be unhealthy or look, because yeah, when you're skinnier, you do look better physically. But when you're that damn skinny, it defeats the purpose and you actually don't look good. You know what I mean? It's like when you're too big, you don't look good, but when you're too skinny, you also don't look good, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't like the drug. I think people abuse it. It's really used for something that people are not even supposed to be using it for. Like, it's supposed to be used for people with, I think, dietary people with dietary problems. It is what it is. But let me move on to the next thing, because this is going to be a long, chatty vlog, by the way. I have my water. I should have got my tea. But whatever. I'll make my tea after. I want to talk about DoorDash for a second, a recent drama that happened with me on DoorDash. So that's the next thing I want to talk about. So, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion because everyone loves weed. Everyone loves to smoke weed. It's just what it is. People love it. Some people, of course, there is a minority of people like me that don't like it, but majority of people love weed. It is what it is. I don't see the hype. I don't see the what's so great about it. I think it smells like shit. I think it tastes, I never really tasted it, but it smells like that. It could only taste like shit too. And I think it's like, it distorts your whole vision. It distorts your whole, I mean, I never did it, but I'm just saying like, it just seems like, it's supposed to get you high. You're not in your right frame of mind. That's not a good thing, And it's also very expensive too. Those drug dealers don't play. Like, I'm telling you, like a blunt could be literally $50. Like, it's like luxury prices for just to smoke. So that too is like, there's just so many negative. I can't be around it because I can't stand the smell, and I also can't breathe with it. Like, even if you're not smoking near me, if I smell it on your clothes, I gag. I can't smell it. It just smells so disgusting to me. It's like literally smelling a skunk. So, I ordered food the other night off DoorDash, and I saw the guy, and I don't know if it was a guy or girl. I don't know. I couldn't even tell. by the name. The name was like a weird name, so I don't know if it was a guy or girl. I think it was a guy though. And he kept circling my block. And I knew there was something wrong because I'm like, I the way he was like because you can track you can see it physically. So the way he was driving, it was kind of like he was stopping in the middle of the street and then he was like doing U-turns and driving around the block a few times. And I was about to message this person like, are you okay? Like you seem like you're not okay. Like you keep passing my house. But he finally, got to my house and I tell him to leave the food in front of my door because this is just personally for me, not that I'm an antisocial person, but I'd rather just like get my food and whatever. So I tell him to just leave it there at the front door. So he did. I don't know. I have a third eye. So I had a strong feeling. I said the way it was, I mean, he seemed high or something or drunk. I would have preferred him to be drunk because then I wouldn't have had a problem. So I'll tell you what it was. I opened up the door and immediately when I opened up, and it's cold outside. So it's a cold breeze. Like it's, the breeze is coming, I opened the door and I smelled it right away, the weed. I picked up the bag of food. I just smelled weed, just a bunch of weed. And I was pissed off because that is tampering with someone's food. Did he deliberately mean to tamper with my food? No, of course not. But he did tamper with the food. When you're smoking weed, when you're supposed to be, first of all, that's unprofessional to be smoking while you're driving and at work and delivering someone's food. To be smoking like that, I mean, I know he was high off his fucking rocker the way he was circling the block. I mean, he seemed fucking out of it. But to be that damn high to deliver someone's food, that's, first of all, that's dangerous for yourself. You can get into an accident. But, you know what I mean? You're delivering, it's unprofessional. And then for my food to smell that bad like weed, he must have been smoking up the joint. So, and I know this is an unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people would be like, oh, but I wish you would have left the blunt in the bag. You know what I mean? With me, though, I can't be around that. I can't smell it. So I couldn't eat the food. Because I opened the bag, I just smelled weed. It was literally invoked of weed. The food was invoked with the scent. So I threw it in the garbage and I complained to Uber Eats. I said, listen, I'm DoorDash. I said, I'm sorry, but this is unprofessional. This is not okay. My food should not be smelling like weed. It should not be. I'm sorry. It's not okay. I'm allergic. I physically can't smell it. It upsets my stomach. So they were really nice and they gave me a refund. But that's just what I want to say. But I brought it up because people are so obsessed with this weed. I can't be around it. I'm sorry. I go outside. I smell people smoking it. I smell it in the air. I turn around. I run the opposite direction. I can't be around it. And again, I know it's an unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people love weed. They smell it. They can't get enough of it. It's like a gateway drug. They just can't get enough. I can't be around it. I'm sorry. I just can't. What can I talk about next? Because I want to talk about Gossip Girl. So I literally love that show to pieces. I'm sorry. It's like one of my favorite. When it comes to soapy dramas, Beverly Hills 90210 will always be my favorite. Then I would say Once Upon a Time. But then this Gossip Girl is my third favorite show. I mean, the fact that I just discovered it and it's been out, it came out in 2007. I don't know how I didn't discover it sooner. I just don't know. I love it. And they filmed it in New York too. But I'm going to talk about it more in my February favorites because because I just finished the show the end of January, but I want to talk about it in my February favorites. So it's going to be my favorite TV shows of the month. So look out for my February favorites coming at the end of the month. I'm definitely going to talk about a lot more of Gossip Girl in that video. However, what I want to touch up on Gossip Girl in this video is that I'm not happy with the way they portrayed the gay characters on the show. I thought they actually portrayed the gay, and the gay characters on Beverly Hills 90210 was also a joke. They did not portray the gay storyline the way they should have, honestly. But I get it, it was the 90s, so I gave it a little more grace. But because the show came out in 2007, um, and it was literally filmed in New York, I can't give it that grace. I'm sorry. And the way they were treating the gay characters, the one two guy kiss scene they had, it was far away and they didn't show it, which literally is a slap. First of all, at that point, don't even friggin' have two guys kissing at that point if that's the way you're going to edit it and show it, because that's completely disrespectful to the LGBTQ community to have a gay couple and you show them kissing, but you don't even show them kissing. You edit it in a way where it's distorted and it's far away. Like, at that point, don't even show it, in my opinion, because I feel like that's completely disrespectful. Because it's one thing if they didn't show people kissing on the show, but the fact they had two girls kissing, they had a two girls kissing scene, actually, surprising enough. They showed that, but they couldn't show two guys kissing. That's where I find it so fucked up. And this is why straight men and just people in general are so afraid to be themselves and so afraid to date people, because the way they portray the LGBTQ community in TV shows and movies is really fucked up. Back in the day, nowadays it's a little better, but back in the day, oh my god, it was so messed up. It was like literally a joke. It was so messed up. And that's the one thing I did not like about the show. I wish they would have portrayed the gay characters way better than they did. It was just very sad they didn't do it justice, because I feel like they had the tools as a soapy drama. They could have done some really bomb-ass gay storylines, and they didn't do it. And I also didn't like how they didn't have many versatility in the ethnicity department either, because there was this one black guest star, and that's all they had out of the 6 seasons. Everyone else was white, so it's kind of like, that's also messed up. But the new Gossip Girl, I did not like the new Gossip Girl reboot. I hated it, actually. I didn't even watch it. It was so bad. But the only thing I liked about that, the new rebooted Gossip Girl, is they were very versatile in the casting. They had a lot of the black characters and they had a lot of the LGBTQ characters. I really enjoyed that. And that was the only thing I liked about the new reboot, is that they finally had versatility in the cast of the show. But unfortunately, the show in general was not good. It was not the original. The original Gossip Girl is like chef's kiss, and this new reboot wasn't even the same league. I mean, it didn't even last 2 seasons. It was not good. It got canceled after 2 seasons, and for a good reason. It just wasn't good. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to say was I want to talk about ASMR. So I know ASMR is very popular on YouTube. Everyone loves it. It's very relaxing. I love it too. But there's this one thing that 9 out of 10 ASMR people do, and I don't understand why. They do these weird mouth sounds. And I'm trying to figure out how that's appealing and how that's satisfying in any way, or how that's, soothing or sounds good or relaxing. I think it sounds weird. I think it sounds like literally like a cow chewing on like grass. Like, it's like, how does that sound good? Like, they do these, like, they do mouth sounds like that, and I'm like, first of all, it just sounds gross. It does not sound good, in my opinion. They all do it. And so I'm like confused, because I'm like, why is this so appealing, right? So there's this new ASMR girl that I've been subscribing to, and she doesn't do it often. She does it sometimes, but she doesn't do it often. And that's what I like about her. But then in this one video, she was doing it a lot. And then she was doing something else that I kind of like didn't like. And I was like, you know what? I should be able to voice my opinion. I'm sick and tired of voicing my opinion and getting attacked in the comment section by their fans or their subscribers. Like, I'm not disrespecting anyone. The same thing happened with Bonnie, Queen of the Girl Geeks. Like, the same thing happened with her when I was trying to voice my opinion about something and I got literally attacked. And it's not okay. Like, these trolls attack someone who's literally, I'm like an innocent bystander just giving my constructive criticism, or just like, I literally said like really nice things to this girl. I said, I really like the way you do your ASMR. I think you're really great. These are some things I don't like, personally speaking. I don't know if other people do, but I don't like it. And that's all I said to her, literally. But I said that I also really like your content. I gave her a heart emoji, so it was really nice. but I get attacked. Obviously, I'm not trolling. Obviously, I'm not a troll because I have a YouTube channel. I upload videos all the time. And my comment was not trolling or anything like that. It was literally really sweet. But I did give her a little bit feedback of her videos. The same thing happens with me. If I'm doing something in a video that people like, there's been times when like people have told me, do better thumbnails. Your thumbnails suck. Or your lighting isn't the best. I got better lighting. I finally did better thumbnails. You know? Sometimes people give you constructive criticism and it's good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not in a negative way. You know, people give me constructive criticism all the time. I take it in. It's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Why me saying this to this girl, right? I was nice. I wasn't mean. I get attacked. I literally get attacked. And they're saying, like, they're just mean. They're just being mean. They're like, why are you watching them? Why are you here? You don't like anything she does. I think she's great. I think she's perfect. Go somewhere else with your shit. Get the fuck out of here. Like, being so mean, I'm just like, what the hell did I do? Jesus. Like, what the hell? So, but she was really nice. Like, she replied to the comment, my comment. She was like, listen, I get it. Like, some people don't like this. And she did, like, just stick up for me, too, which I thought was really sweet. Like, she said, listen, she was saying she was talking about me with the she was putting the she pronouns for me. So she was saying, no, she's not being mean. She's just voicing her opinion. It's not a bad thing. Like, she's not telling me to change or anything like that. Because one girl was like, why are you telling her to change? I never told her to change anything. So, anyways. So, but the reason why I bring it up is because I feel like this has happened a few times now where I've given someone who I really love, I'm subscribed to them for a reason, constructive criticism, but then I get attacked in the comment section by their fans, by their subscribers, and I don't think that's okay. I really don't. I shouldn't have to be attacked for just saying my opinion and saying my feelings and how I feel. I should not be attacked for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why a lot of people are afraid to speak their mind and say what they feel because they're afraid of people just attacking them in the comment section. Like, a lot of YouTubers are really like, they filter themselves because they don't want to be perceived or get attacked by these crazy trolls. But sometimes it's good to talk and you know, have an open conversation, you know? Yeah, and that's the same thing with me. Like, as I said, like, with me, like, you know, I would, if there was someone who was trolling me, right? I get that my subscribers would want to defend you, right? Or defend me. But if someone's just giving someone constructive criticism, like, I'll even say my subscribers, don't be mean, you know? And my subscribers are mean, actually. All my subscribers are actually really sweet. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want that. Like, if people are giving constructive criticism being nice, like, just let them be, you know? And as I said, I've had people who have given me constructive criticism with the thumbnails and the lighting. And, you know, wasn't mean to them. I literally was like, yeah, you're right. And I eventually got better light. Well, actually, okay. So, actually, this lamp is actually working really well. I was actually surprised. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but the lamp is actually working. But my ring light actually broke. Speaking of which, funny enough, my ring light broke just the other day, and I had to order a new one off Amazon, so that's coming in. So I have to use the lamp for right now. But the lamp is actually pretty good. The lighting is actually pretty nice. From what I'm seeing here, I don't know how it's going to upload, but from what I'm seeing from the video, it actually looks nice. So the lamp actually works. But yeah, I don't know what happened to my ring light. It just stopped working. I don't know why it just stopped working. It wasn't broken. It's not like I dropped it or cracked or it literally just stopped working. So whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. Oh my goodness. I told you it was gonna be a chatty little talk. I also wanted to talk about some makeup releases that happened recently. So Glamlight just released some kind of preview of these roses for Valentine's Day. So I don't know what the collection is. I think it's going to be Addams Family, which would make sense because the Wednesday show on Netflix. I think Bath and Body Works is going to collab with the Wednesday show on Netflix because they do a lot of Netflix shows. I think they're 100% going to do a Wednesday collection from Netflix for Halloween next year. Mark my words, I said it, well, this year, end of in October. Mark my words, I said it first here. They're doing a Wednesday. Bath & Body Works is doing a Wednesday collection for the Netflix series for Halloween this year. I think they're gonna do it. But anyways, so yeah, um, so I do think they're gonna do the Addams Family. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just speculating it's the Addams Family. I think they're gonna probably focus on Morticia and Gomez, but I do think it's gonna be an Addams Family collection, but it could be it literally because they like to do a lot of like I can definitely see Glamlight doing like they did with Chucky, like they did horror but with like romance. This is kind of the same thing. It's like a creepy, like I don't see really that creepy vibe, but it's also romance because Morticia and Gomez, that's their love story. But but it could be something entirely different. It might not even be the Addams Family. I'm just speculating it could be the Addams Family. So, but I'm wondering what it could be if it's not the Addams Family. But someone else I think said Twilight or the Vampire Diaries. Anyways, so I'm trying to think of any other new makeup releases that has come out recently. ColourPop, the latest collection was New Moon from the Twilight series and the Book of Shadows Valentine's Day collection, which sold out. That sold out actually. I can see why. The color story was really bomb. It looked good. But other than that, there hasn't been any new Valentine's Day makeup collections, I feel like, right? Not that I know of for makeup, right? Not really. Not that I know of. I mean, I just follow Glamlight, ColourPop. Those are my two favorite because they collab with the best makeup, the best collections from ColourPop and Glamlight. They have the most, like, they have those fun, like, collections with the movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Like, that's where you're gonna get those type of collections with Glamlight and ColourPop. I don't know who, I think Makeup Revolution also does cute, but their makeup is horrendous. I got the Clueless collection because it's Clueless, and I capped it too because it's Clueless. But the makeup sucks. Like, I never wear it. I never wear that eyeshadow palette. It sucks. The pigments suck. But I kept it because it's Clueless. Clueless is my favorite movie. But, yeah. I'm gonna get going because I want to make myself some tea. I want to eat something I haven't eaten. I'm firmish girl. Yeah. I just filmed a collective haul, which will probably be uploaded before this. But the Forever Sweet. This is my favorite collection, a collaboration Bath and Body Works has ever done. And I really hope they do more candy inspired things. I can see them doing something for summer. Like maybe those ice pops, those fun ice pops. Or I'm trying to think of like a summer treat that comes out like every summer. Like maybe those like bomb pops. Or maybe they can do something for fall, like caramel apple or something like of course Halloween is like the candy friggin' but like I like how they did the sweethearts for this. They could do peeps for Easter. They could do peeps for Easter, but they're not doing any like collaborations for Easter. They are doing a new scent. The carrot cake is coming in mini size mist, which I just ordered. It's just online right now. It's not in the stores, but I did order it, so that's coming in a couple of days, and I'm gonna review that when it comes. But they have the carrot cake, and they brought back Tutti Frutti candy as well for Easter. But they only have it in the mini mist so far. I don't know if they're gonna get full size, but they've only had it in the mini mist. And they're coming out with a new Easter candle, and they're coming with a new Easter hand soap. They're coming out with carrot cake set in the hand soap finally for the first time ever, but they're also coming out with a new Easter hand soap called Marshmallow Hop or something. And the new Easter wallflower too looks cute. It's like this Easter house that projects Easter bunnies on the wall, and it's like a wallflower. I really want to get that. It looks really cute. It looks better than last year's version. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get going. Rambling on here, but you know me. I do love Easter. I do like parts of summer, but I love fall is my favorite. So I'm really just kind of down the days till fall and Halloween because that's the best time of year for me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my chatty little video here. talking about a bunch of different little things. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.